Go. Hey guys. Okay, let's get going. I am so excited. I'm always excited for these calls. I'm always excited for the time that we get a mastermind together. So, real quick, before we get started into our training today, I just want to talk about just showing up and being consistent. If you weren't on the team call the other night on Monday, you missed out on an amazing training from Tracy. I did post the replay, so if you haven't watched that yet, watch the replay. But really just getting out of your comfort zone. That's what it's going to take to get to 25%. You can't keep doing the same things that you've always done and expect a different outcome. You have to get out of that comfort zone and you have to do some things that are different. If what you're doing isn't working for you now, that is what this business is about, is pivoting. The book that I love is called, you guys can write this down. It's called The Slight Edge. It's by Jeff Olson. It's a really great book, and it talks about just making little slight changes, little slight edges, little teeny tweaks here and there until you get to that big picture. So really look at what you're doing, where you're spending your time. Is it bringing you is it doing anything for you? If not, maybe we should try something else, right? So if you're just posting static posts, you're just posting pictures over and over, and you've been doing that for a while and you're getting no sales, let's switch it up. Let's go out of our comfort zone. Maybe posting photos is what is in your comfort zone, and going live is not. You're like, I'm not doing it. It is not in my comfort zone. That is scary. What if I stumble? What if I start stuttering? What if I just forget what I'm going to say? You know, I've done all of those things. Who cares? Get out of your comfort zone, okay? If you want to hit that 25%, if you want your team to go out there and do the scary things that we tell them to do, we have to be the ones to do it first. Which, shout out to my sponsor. Can I just give Renee? I see your pretty face right here. Give you a shout out. She went to California and went and did a live event with one of her leaders. That's out of her comfort zone. That we usually are just doing everything on social media. But she went and did it. She went and did it. It looked like a blast too. So she's also showing her team like, hey, I'm not too big to get out there and actually do the actions that are going to build my business. We are all building the business. All of our leaders do exactly what we want our team to do. So if you guys want to hit that 25%, you have to be doing what you're telling your team to do. I see it a lot where people, they have a team, they're like, okay, go live, do this. That's everything they know they should do, but they don't do it themselves. Do you think their team's going to do it? No, they're not, because they're going to say, I see you. I'm trying to think of a name of someone we don't have on our team. I see you, honey. You aren't going live. I'm not going to do what you're not willing to do, right? So we have to be willing to do everything that we want our teams to do. We have to get out there in the trenches. So I'm excited. I want you guys to kick it up a notch. Last few days, we have to bring our energy. We have to bring it all in. All hands on deck. We got this. Okay, let me see if my girl is on. Yes, she is. Okay, so I'm gonna make you. Hopefully this is the right Jodi. I'm gonna make you co-host really quick. All right, do we have the right Jodi here? You can unmute yourself, Jodi. What if it is like the wrong one? She's like, I'm not talking.
Yep, I got it. I got it finally.
It's the right one. All right, I'm gonna just showcase on you really quick. Let me see, where are you? Here you are.
I can't even see me, so.
Here you will in a second. There you are. Hello,
Okay.
hello. How are you?
Hi. Good. I was having a heart attack because I was in the bathroom, like getting ready and that, and then I thought, oh, I'll just go out and quickly like eat my salad, and then yeah, and then I was like, shit, I've got to get in there now. And then I'm like,
You're
where's
all
the
good.
lid?
Perfect timing. So I want to tell you a little bit about Jodi. Jodi and I, this is the first time that we got to work together one-on-one. And Jodi's determination is so big. She kept saying, she's like, I'm going to hit 25. I'm going to hit 25. And then she kept putting it out like, I'll hit 25 then. I'm like, no, do it now. You got this. Do it now. And you guys, she did. She put her mind to it and she did it. So like I say, success leaves clues. Listen to people who've done what you want to do. So I did have some questions. I wrote them down so we're not all over the place. Because Amber has squirrel brain.
Oh,
So
me too.
a few questions that I get asked a lot, and I've had other people ask leaders on my team. So these are questions people want to know. Hopefully this helps your guys' business as well. Okay, so the first one, Jodi, tell me about the turning point that took you from just selling products to really stepping into that leadership part of the business.
Mm. Are you asking these in the same order you sent them?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm having a heart attack. Just to just to let everyone know, I feel a little bit nervous.
You know, this is stepping
Maybe
out of your comfort zone, and this is a
yeah,
safe
just
place to do it.
definitely. So I think seeing the impact that could be made with this direct sales model and everything. Um, it's something that I really wanted to do, and seeing others having success with it. And I thought, well, if they can do it, why can't I? I just need to put myself out there and do it. Um, yeah, but it just didn't happen overnight. It was a process. But I still feel like a little bit stuck. I'm like, are you sure you're asking me the right questions in the right order?
Yes.
Or maybe my mind is just like really racing and I can't like grasp what's going on. But okay. I think I'm just gonna
Yeah, and you
listen
know, the
attentively.
best part, I just wanted you to be prepared, but the best part
Okay.
is just we're having a conversation, you and I.
Yeah, I think that's
Like
better.
just like if we're on a coaching call, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So when you realize just like selling products, that really wasn't gonna help other people besides yourself. And that's what you told me. You like, I want to help more people than just me. It's
Oh
not just
yeah,
about my family.
absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely, definitely.
So looking
Okay.
back, what's one thing, if you could tell everyone on this call, one thing you wish you had done sooner in your business, what would it be?
Oh, that's easy. I don't even have to look at my notes. It's just be coachable and like be open to the idea of what network marketing can actually do for you. Um, it's not a matter of just like, I mean, I know there's a like a smaller percentage at the very top, but like asking yourself, why can't that be me? And for me, it was like, I think being coachable is really important because I wasn't ever exposed to network marketing and I didn't truly believe in the concept of it. And then when I started to grasp the idea of it, I thought, oh, I'm not buying this. Like some of the stuff didn't like really sit that well with me. Like, some of the like the prospecting and the just the normal DMO stuff that we do. And I was like, I don't know. I think I was resistant and I wasn't coachable. And I think if I'm honest, I thought, oh no, it doesn't really like I don't like that idea. I think I can do it better. Sometimes I hate to admit
No,
that,
be
but
honest,
like
because you know what? That
it's
what you're
horrible.
thinking is
Like
what everyone else here is thinking too. So definitely, like, be honest and vulnerable.
definitely.
Hmm.
Because, like, for example, one of the things that really sticks out is I remember, like, I watched you a lot and I watched Katie Louise a lot. And then I know Katie Louise was, and both yourself as well, was following Eric Worre a lot. And, like, how stupid was I? I was like, some of the things on the 90-day run and that, I'm like, oh, that sounds so stupid. But the answers were so simple and so short and just like saying less rather than saying more. And like it obviously works because the people that follow those systems are the very, very successful people. So like now I look back and it's like almost ridiculous to think like that. I just thought, and I'm thinking about it more like genuinely thinking, why was I like that? Why was I so resistant? And I think obviously it was because I was a bit scared and a bit nervous to do it, but I just didn't want to admit it because I had too much pride.
That right there, you guys, I think a lot of people on this call can relate with that. So not, I know I could in the beginning of my career. That was me too. My very first convention, I was there with my hands, my arms crossed, thinking this is stupid. Why are these people crying? These people are jumping up and down happy. These people are lunatics. What the heck? And I thought I was too cool to participate. I was also really poor and broke. So once I
Yeah.
started participating, like it was magic. So you're 100% right. And fear is holding us back, you guys. And that's going to be a big one is fear. We talked about that the other night too. Okay, so what are some of the biggest struggles you faced when building a team, and what did you do to overcome that?
Oh, well, initially, again, I think, and I've gotten over it a little bit, but initially, when building a team, I thought everyone was just going to, because they said yes, they were going to run.
This is a
Or
good
I
one to
thought they
talk
wanted the
about.
same I thought they wanted the same thing that I wanted. Or also matching energy. Some people, they say all the right things and they say they need it so much, and they probably do need it so much if what they're telling you is true, but their actions don't match at all what they're saying. And then you want it that bad for that person, you go chasing them, chasing them, and instead of spending all that energy and time on somebody that either isn't ready, I'll say isn't ready because it's not always that they don't want it, but maybe they're just not ready for it. Yeah, wasting all that energy. It sounds bad because I don't like to say wasting time on people because I really am a real people person and I just want to help everybody. Ray Higdon always says, help the person that you used to be. And sometimes I think, damn, I don't want to help that person. God, they're a pain in the ass. But then other times I'm like, yeah, but actually, I've evolved, other people can evolve. And yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. So wasting time, I think, and just, yeah, not finding out what people want from the beginning and like seeing if that's genuinely what they want or what they're capable of doing. I mean, everyone's capable, but are they willing to put in the effort to do that?
I love that. So when they start, would you recommend asking like, "Hey, are you in this for just your personal discount? Are you in this to do this part-time or you want to run full with me and just kind of get their buy-in?"
I always ask. I always ask. And that's actually, I didn't do that for the longest time either. I realize that now as well. Yeah, I didn't even do that initially when I first started in this business for a long time. I wasn't, I'd say, actually thinking about it, talking to you, I don't think I was assertive in my role as a leader because I guess I didn't even think of myself as a leader. And I was just so excited that I got somebody and it
Hmm.
kind of like it was fairly easy, but then I realized getting somebody or getting people and then getting them started and keeping them is a whole different thing.
Yeah,
And
that's where you
also that part of it's a process as well. Not everyone's going to stay, and that's okay because that's why you have to keep on getting new people.
yeah, absolutely. So, quick question. What daily habits have helped you stay consistent in growing your business? I think a lot of people struggle with this. Just what should they be doing?
Oh, definitely like talking to people. Like that's the number one thing. Like um, talking to people and not running out of leads, not relying on just, oh, this person said yes, maybe, having two or three people that you can chat to. And then that brings me to like, again, like Ray Higdon says about recruiting and building your business. And the fastest way to build your business is to have your pipeline, to have, to know the position of the prospect, to have posture, which is something I didn't have before. It was
Can
like
you explain that a little bit more?
desperado.
Yeah, could you explain what posture, what that means?
Yeah, so basically it's about not being desperate. And then if you're like not coming across as desperate, just asking the person, like when you have a prospect or somebody you're talking to, for me, I know everyone says don't cold message, and I wouldn't say that I cold message, but I'm not going to spend a year talking to somebody before I ask them if they're ready for pharmacy or if they want to buy something or join because I mean, yeah, I mean, you've got to tread carefully. You're not going to go on a first date and just go, hey, let's get into bed. But you're not going to hang around for ages either. Like you're wasting time. So, like, but just having posture is not being like desperate. When I first started, if somebody said maybe or yes, or just even gave a little inkling that they were kind of interested, I mean, it might have been that they were just listening to me because they didn't want to be rude. But I
Yeah.
took that as, yes, they're interested. They're definitely going to join. And because my prospect list and the people that I was talking to was such a, actually, I'm remembering so many things now. I remember when somebody used to say yes, or I thought they were going to say yes, I would sometimes stop everything, like, because I'd be just thinking about it. And like following up with them constantly and then chasing them away when really I should have been talking to all my other people and then I would have looked like I had posture because I wouldn't have looked like I was just absolutely desperate. and that just turns people off. So basically, yeah, it's about not being desperate.
Yes, no desperados. What
No.
what would you say your best advice for someone who's struggling to recruit new team members right now?
Again, talk to people. Talk to people and not like just rely on friends, family, or your immediate like people that you've got right now. Like just always, always, always be building your network and yeah, talk to people. I mean, obviously people do it a little bit differently. There's like the 3-3-3 method.
Mhm.
For me, I like ideally, I'm not like in top form at the moment, but ideally I would like to be asking like every day a minimum of 3 people, a minimum.
Yeah,
Like actually more, a lot more. But if you're just starting, just asking somebody, like, yeah, not waiting, not posting and praying and hoping, just finding out what the person's position is, whether they're open or not to like looking at your products or looking at your opportunity, and then just giving them the information if they're open.
yeah. And this is you're gonna kill me because this is off of our questions. This is just me and you talking right
It's better actually,
now.
because
I
like
think
when
so
you
too.
sent me all those questions, I was like, holy moly. And then you were like, type them back and send them back. I'm like, I can't do that. I'm like, I'm flat out sending a text.
It's all good. I like this better. I like this better anyway. So, when you're sending the message, when you're talking to people, most people, they're not doing it because they're scared. They're scared of what that other person's going to say. And this is somewhere that I was stuck early on in my leadership too. Um, for me, what helped is not taking it personal. Tiffany
Oh,
Milan once told me, she said, it's like if someone offered you a piece of gum and you were out to lunch and you're like, oh, no, that's fine. I don't want it one right now. You don't think anything of it. I'm not saying, hey, I don't want to go out to lunch with you anymore, Jodi. You're a crazy person, Jodi. Don't ever call me again, Jodi. Like, no, it's not personal. You know what? Next time we go out to lunch, I might ask for a piece of gum, just like that person who maybe said no. They're gonna maybe ask, hey, can I get information on that shampoo? Can I get information on what you're doing? So, what would you say to someone who is scared of rejection?
oh yeah. It's definitely a big one. I don't know if I remember feeling any sort of way about it, but I must have been scared. But yeah, just not even just be like next, next,
Mhm.
next, and then like and the more you do it, it just starts to flow. Like you don't have to have a script. You already have these little scripts that are in your head and they just naturally come out for each scenario, sort of each type of person. And you get a vibe, oh, that person's feeling warm. Like, here's where I can interject and just ask and be like, yeah, or be, yeah, and just be straight up front about it as well, not like tiptoe around tulips and then have the person be like, oh, yeah, they're only talking to me so they can ask me the question. If you ask them the question first off and then get it over and done with and still talk to them a little bit, then they're more open the next time. Because that's another thing. They're not always open. Very rarely the first time. It takes like multiple exposures. And then they see you and they see you being consistent and then they see you winning and then they're more open to it and then they want to be happy as you and successful like you and do all the things. I mean, that's why I got into network marketing. I saw somebody doing something that I knew nothing about and I'm like, hey, they look happy, they look like they're having a good time hanging out with their friends in Miami or wherever they were, and I'm like, I want a piece of that cake.
Yes. So talking about that, how important would you say it is to show their life on social media? There's so many people who are so private.
Oh
And
yeah, actually
what do you think about that?
I had something about that, and I have been told like you share too much, you're too vulnerable. Because I have shared like over the years, 10 years, I've shared like, well, 8 years, 9 years, I've shared a lot. Like, and some of it is really personal and really private, but for me, it actually helps me, like, yeah, it helps me process everything that's going on at that time. But I think it helps you not be like a walking billboard as well. Like, you don't want to be just like pharmacy sale, pharmacy this, pharmacy that. And a lot of people say just use curiosity posts and stuff. And I used to be just like that, but I was like, now I'm proud to be with pharmacy, and pharmacy is so cheap. I don't care about like people knowing the brand or anything, but yeah, being vulnerable is important, I think. Even actually just even being vulnerable within the confinements of our team. Like I said the other day that I wasn't feeling great, and I'd written a post as well on social media, because what happens is if I'm in this place where I'm really not starting to feel good, I don't want to post anything at all. Like that's when I'm really feeling really bad. And then I feel like, oh my God, what am I going to post? What am I going to post? And I'm like, I know I have to post something. I don't want to be the person that goes a week without posting. Never. And most of my audience knows if I don't post for a day or two, that there is something might be up. So then I just couldn't get out of the funk. So then I just made a big post and just said, hey guys, like I have to be real. I'm struggling a little bit. I've got this, and that going on. And I said, and if I'm honest, part of it was, I was going for a big goal and I didn't quite get it. And I said, it knocked me for a sixer. I said, it's not just that though. I said, I'm not like that much of a baby, but there's other things going on as well. And then I had like just so much support, and so many people message me books. I had a girl bring me over a book. I had like just so many people message me and just say, oh, it's so refreshing to see you just the way you are. You're so real. You're so raw. You're so honest. And they're like, yeah, I've been feeling really crap lately as well. Or another person told me that their family member was really sick as well. And yeah, it just opened up the gates for me to feel okay and to be lifted back up, and two, for other people to know that it's okay not to be okay. Um,
100.
I think
Yes.
that's important. I mean, we don't want to unpack and live there, and that's what I said in my post as well. Like, you don't want to unpack and live in, you've got to do something about it. But it's okay not to be okay sometimes as well. And sometimes just saying it, just getting it out makes you feel better.
Mhm. Yeah, and people don't want to follow that perfect influencer. They want to see someone who's real like them. That's always worked for me. I never been that my highlight reel. No, you get my highlight reel and my shit reel. Okay, you get everything. You see it all. You see baby puke. You see it all. And that's what I want to share with you guys. Like when you're doing your content, we have to put ourselves out there. We learned that from Tracy the other night. When you're doing your content, don't worry about it being absolutely perfect. Just show you. This is not 2017 anymore. 2017 was the year of the perfect influencer. This is the year of the real people, the real, genuine, authentic people. So it's so easy. We can just be ourselves.
Yeah, I never used to go live. I mean, I still don't go live as much as I'd like to, but much, much more, because honestly, before I wouldn't go live unless I was completely put together.
Mhm.
Sometimes I'd spend like an hour or two tidying my house as well before I went live. It's like, and why did I do all that? Because they didn't even see any part of the house, but it was just anxiety and stuff. And plus, yeah, I just would not go live yeah, unless I was completely put together. It was ridiculous. And I think it's better that people see me looking homeless sometimes, and then they see me looking hot, and they're like, how
I
the hell did
agree.
that happen? And I'm like, I'm telling you, man, pharmacy.
I love it. So, what do you do to get a new team member excited and into action from day one?
Well, I know we spoke about it today. You get them to do the onboarding first. I always like to try and get them on a call, or I just have a voice, notes with them. And I ask them about their goals, what their goals are, because first of all, I want to see if they're excited. Some people are very flat when they start, like straight out the gate, and they're just like, ah, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll move on to the next person. But yeah, I just like explain the first like sets of goals that they should go for. And I like to get on a phone call. I know sometimes it can be a waste of time, because like I said before, sometimes people will tell you something and then their actions don't meet their words.
What do you do
But I
that when
feel
that happens? What do you do as a leader?
Well, see, this is what I was going to say. If I've had a phone call with them or if I've had a discussion with them and they've said, this is what I want, I'm going to do this. And, 9 times out of 10, they say, well, I used to do network marketing, but it didn't work. I'll just like send them a gentle reminder and say, like, because I give them tasks to do. And if they don't, and that's not something I did before, but that's again something I've learned from different coaches, like give them a task, meet them where they're at. Once they do it, then get them to come back and then you'll do more and more and more. So I'll like just have a conversation like, hey, just checking in, we said you were going to do this, this, and that. Where you at with it? Or like, or if you've changed your mind, that's okay as well. I always just give them an out and I just say, if you've changed your mind, that's okay. Um, but just let me know because I don't want to be wasting my time here and I don't want to waste your time. I don't want you to feel like I'm bugging you or chasing you down.
Hmm.
It's
That's also
like,
part of your posture of not looking desperate too.
yeah, because like I mean, sometimes I feel like I come across a little bit direct and a little bit abrasive, but I try and do it in a friendly way and just say, look, I don't want to bug you. I don't want you to feel like you're being hounded. Some people just, don't know how to say no or whatnot. I said, so, just if you've changed your mind or if you're just not ready to start yet, that's fine. Just let me know when you're ready and I'll be here.
I love that. Okay, I'm going to ask you, what's the one mindset shift that changed everything in your business? That's a big
Oh,
one.
yeah, and that was a hard one as well. Because I was trying to think about it, and I was like really had to reflect. And then I was thinking, it's just like not being complacent and like thinking bigger, like not because like I've told you before that I was like kind of surprised and happy that I was at 15% and that I was maintaining it and I was like good with it. And I think that I didn't really 100% think that I could even get to 25%. And I knew it would take a bit of work as well. So I don't know whether I was 100% ready to do the extra work, but definitely just not being complacent. And also, it was like around that time, like I noticed that mindset shift. Just yeah, just thinking bigger, like not not being complacent and thinking bigger and not like discounting yourself. I've always said that I'm pretty confident, and a lot of people who know me except I was gonna say except for you because when I talk to you I get nervous. I don't know why. But a lot of people say to me, there's no way you're shy or you're not nervous or you're like super confident. I've even been like told by people that I'm too cocky, too confident, I need to get off my high horse. But
Oh, those
yeah.
people. Ooh, I don't like those people.
No,
Those
I
are
don't like
dream
them
stealers.
either.
Dream
I,
stealers, low vibration. Mm-mm. Not allowed in
yeah,
our circle.
yeah, I've been told by people before, but I think yeah, just like um really like reevaluating what you want and just like going big, like saying why can't I, and then like plugging into people that are going to bring out the best in you, like your team and everything, but also like finding a really good mentor like you, like Ray Higdon, like for me Ray Higdon, and then also like I didn't listen to Lee or Boss Lee a lot. Like I knew her. I mean, didn't know her, but knew of her. Didn't everyone? But afterwards I listened a lot and started plugging into her a lot, and just I was just like, yeah, because honestly, she left a legacy, and this might
100%.
sound crazy, but that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to leave a legacy. Maybe not this in the same way, but I want to impact people. Um, so yeah, just plugging into all the right people that are going to bring out the fire in you and make you go.
Yeah. You guys, that's what we're going to end it with because I'm going to tell you a lot of the people who I've worked with who have been at 15%, that's exactly what you said in that last question. They're like, "Well, as long as I just get back at 15%." And they aren't even shooting for 25% anymore. They're like, "As long as I just requalify at 15." We have to think bigger. We are going to hold ourselves back if we think like that. We have to go for the scary stuff. We have to do it. We got to do it. So, I think that was perfect. You spoke to so many people. You spoke to me definitely. So I just want to say thank you for giving us your time and your wisdom, and you're such a good leader.
Thank you for the opportunity and
Of
the
course. I think this
segue.
is going to be nice, just on the different spotlight on a different director, because I just feel like that's how we can learn so much to see how other people are doing it.
Yeah, I think that not staying like complacent is a really big one. And I think if I'd have tried a lot earlier on, I could have got it. And yeah, and I have to continue as well with that mindset. And I think, yeah, you have to give yourself a good talking to every day because it's easy just to get complacent or it's easy just to sit back and go, oh, this is a little bit hard. But yeah, if you really want it, just go for it. And it doesn't mean you have to go like flat out, like, I don't know, you see some people like the hustle, hustle, hustle culture. That's like, and with pharmacy, you just don't have to do that. Like,
Yeah, you
pharmacy
use
makes
the
it
kids.
easy. We're so lucky. Pharmacy just makes it so easy for us. That
True.
we shouldn't be scared to talk to anyone or anything because the prices, the quality, everything's so cheap. Like whereas with I've been with other companies, it's like, oh, gotta try and talk them into this. It's like,
Mhm.
yeah, but pharmacy really is like, and they're always saying, everyone's saying about to get to the top, you've got to help other people, and you've really got to want to help other people. But with pharmacy, that does make it really easy because, like, who doesn't want to get all their makeup and their health and wellness and everything like so cheap or
Mhm.
50% off?
Yeah,
It's
perfect.
amazing.
It really is. Well, we love pharmacy.
Yes, we do.
All right. Well, thank you so much, guys. I will see you tomorrow night on our accountability call. All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.